Alright, today we're diving into Qwirkle. This is a fantastic family game for 2 to 4 players, and it usually takes about 45 minutes to play. The whole idea is matching colors and shapes to score points. It's super easy to pick up, but trust me, there's a lot of strategy hiding under the surface.
And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to set up and play your very first game. Ready? Let's do this.
Okay, first things first. What's the main goal? How do you actually win this game?
It's pretty simple. You win by getting the most points. And how do you get points? By building lines of tiles that match in one of 2 ways. They either have to be all the same color or all the same shape.
So now that you know the goal, let's talk setup. Getting the game ready to play is a breeze. Step 1, just dump all 108 of these chunky wooden tiles into the draw bag and give it a good shake. Step 2, every player reaches in and grabs 6 tiles. And for step 3, make sure you keep those tiles to yourself. Don't let anyone see what you've got.
Alright, so who goes first? Everyone take a look at your starting tiles. Whoever has the most tiles of a single color or a single shape gets to start. And if there's a tie, the oldest player among those who tied gets to kick things off.
Okay, we're all set up and we know who's starting. So how do you actually play? Well, your turn is all about building out those lines of tiles.
But what exactly is a line in Qwirkle? A line is just a straight row or column of tiles. And here are the 2 golden rules. All the tiles in that line have to share one single thing. Either they're all the same color or they're all the same shape. And this is crucial. You can never have duplicates in a line. Let's look at a quick example. On the left, we've got a valid line. See how they're all circles? They share a shape. Perfect. But on the right, nope, that's an invalid line. Why? Because it has 2 red squares. Remember that golden rule. No duplicates, ever.
So when it's your turn, you have a choice to make. You can do one of 2 things. You can either play one or more tiles from your hand, or you can swap out some of your tiles for new ones. You can't do both, just pick one.
Let's talk about the first action, playing tiles. This is what you'll be doing most of the time. The key thing to remember is that all the tiles you play on a single turn must be added to a single line. You can't play a tile here and another one over there.
So, you've played your tiles. What's next? You immediately score your points, we'll get to how in just a second, and then you draw new tiles from the bag to get your hand back up to 6. And that's it, your turn is over.
All right, let's get to the good part, scoring. This is how you rack up those points and ultimately win the game. Scoring is actually super straightforward. You get 1 point for every single tile in any line you just created or added to. So let's say there's a line of 3 tiles on the board, and you add 1 more to it. You don't just get 1 point. You get 4 points, because the line is now 4 tiles long. Now you might be wondering, what happens if you play a tile that connects to a row and a column at the same time? Can one tile score twice?
Yes, it absolutely can, and this is a great way to get big points. If you place a tile right at an intersection, it scores for its row and for its column. That means you count that one tile twice in your score for the turn. Pretty cool, right? And now for the move the game is named after, the Qwirkle. So what is a Qwirkle? It's when you complete a full line of 6 tiles. That could be all 6 different shapes of the same color, or all 6 different colors of the same shape.
And let me tell you, getting a Qwirkle is a huge deal. You get the normal 6 points for the line itself, but you also get a massive 6-point bonus on top of that. That's 12 points in a single play. That's a game changer.
So, how does the game end? Well, it starts when the draw bag runs out of tiles. From that point on, you just play with what you've got. The game officially ends when one player plays their very last tile. That person gets a final 6-point bonus, and then everyone totals up their scores. Whoever has the most points is the winner.
Okay, before we wrap up, let me give you a couple of helpful tips to help you play a little smarter. Sooner or later, this is going to happen. You'll look at your tiles, you'll look at the board, and you've got nothing. No legal moves at all. So what are your options? Well, in this case, you don't really have an option. You must use your turn to exchange tiles. You can trade in as many as you want, from just 1 to all 6 of them, for new ones from the bag. Just remember, once you do that, your turn is over.
And here's my biggest tip for you. Think defensively. Don't just set up your opponents for a huge score.
For example, if you see a line with 5 different red shapes, playing that 6th red shape is probably not a good idea. You're basically handing the next player a Qwirkle on a silver platter. Sometimes, it's way smarter to just exchange tiles instead of giving away a massive score.
And that's it! You now know everything you need to play Qwirkle. Go have some fun!